Welcome to the first episode of the podcast. This is Connor with his co-host Ray.
Hello.
Today's episode is what I'm calling the Getting to Know Us episode. And we're just going to ask each other a bunch of questions. So, the rules are whatever question we ask, we have to answer that too. So, with like the first one, if you had one wish, what would it be? Jeopardy noises, Jeopardy noises, Jeopardy noises.
I don't know.
The answer, I don't know. Is I vote, I guess. Now, my answer would be to melt the face off of Bill Gates. Sorry, Bill Gates, but I hate you. And maybe just melt the faces off of all those billionaires. Melt billionaire faces off. Second question. Second question. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Okay, I do know the answer. I would have the ability to shapeshift.
Yeah. Now I will have the best ability ever. Flying. And the best part is with gun, you can just be your own helicopter. Who the fuck suits down the flying, dude? I mean, if it's Superman speed, I could go around the earth in like 2 seconds. So you can't really shoot that dude, can you? Can you? Okay, so third question: what is the oldest dream you can remember?
The oldest dream I can remember was I think the oldest dream I can remember was where I was at school and then I was with my friend and then my friend vanished. Just completely vanished. And then I was told I had to go to the library for a project. Went to the library. It was a one floor library with no books because why would it have
No books for you.
It had statues.
Only statues for you.
And then
Which kind? Like statue, or like naked Greek statue?
and then and then I got frustrated about that, so I left. And then I came back the next day, and there was 2 floors and books and a bridge that
Books
led,
for you.
and there was a bridge that led to the books. It was broken, sadly. Then there was stairs, so I went down the stairs, and the stairs disappeared, and I fell onto my face. And then I got up, and there was Starbucks. Why not?
Who doesn't know the Starbucks in a bookstore? What were you in Barnes and Nobles?
Maybe. And then my aunt was working at the Starbucks because she likes having Starbucks, and then she gave me strawberry ice cream. I don't like
Here's your
strawberry
ice
ice
cream.
cream.
So an ice cream you don't like at a place that's trying to sell ice cream?
Yeah.
And then they give you a lead sandwich.
No, and then there was a giant hole in the wall. So of course I walked through the hole.
You know, the best thing to do when you see something that's probably not very structural integrity is just walk into the hole. Hope it don't fall, man.
Yeah, I walked into
Hamilton's
there.
on the other side.
Walked.
Hamilton's on the other side.
I walked into it, and there was just an open field.
Field of open.
So I was just walking around the field for the rest of the
This is so much better than Portland. I hate Portland. It's true. Portland is literally a descriptor. Like, that city I hate, it's the Portland of that state.
Well, that's where I
Like
lived.
a Longview.
That's where I lived when I did have this dream.
That's like a Longview is the Portland of Washington.
That's the end of my dream.
Okay. With me, so the dream is I'm literally pushing a truck up a hill. Now, actually, last time I told you about this, I told you I didn't know the truck, but now that I think about it, I'm 95% sure it's straight up my dad's truck, but that is the only part familiar. This hill, 100% 100% don't know what this hill is. And it's like overseeing ocean like how the Kalama Hill is, but none of the buildings are similar. It doesn't look anywhere near it. The only similarity is the ocean and that it has an asphalt road now. So I'm just like pushing it up the road until I just sink in like jello until I fall into darkness. And then I wake up. That is my oldest dream, and I've had it like 5 times ever.
Interesting.
Now, what's your favorite phrase? Like, quote, phrase, quote?
I don't. I know. I don't know.
Okay, my favorite quote is probably "An eye for the eye, and the whole world goes blind" by Gandhi. What is the worst gift you've ever gotten?
Like present?
Yeah, that's what a gift is. Probably that Squircle they gave you. I was joking about how they were gonna give you a Squircle.
Yeah, he didn't give me a circle,
Well,
which I'm happy about.
So what was the worst gift that you actually got?
Got a pair of pajamas once for Christmas.
Bobby.
I got a pair of pajamas for Christmas last Christmas, and I really didn't like them.
Okay.
I did not like the pajamas because, like, the pants for the pajamas were fine, but the shirt just, first of all, too big, and then second of all, it said like Mama Bear on it, and first of all, I'm not a mom. I don't ever plan on being.
Our co-host Poppy has joined the frame.
Just felt kind of awkward.
It does feel a little peculiar. My worst gift was probably last Christmas. I like literally gave my sister an order of this. I want a book from this book series, and I have these books in this book series. All of the books she got me was those books, and like at least they got me the Hunger Games too. But then I read it, and I realized I do not like the Hunger Games. So basically, they gave me 8 books I don't like, and I would feel bad not keeping. So 8 paperweights for me. Now, I have asked my questions. I gave you time to think of your questions.
What was your favorite class at school?
I'm gonna say choir. It's obviously choir. Now I loved agriculture and I loved the teacher, but oh my god, I really loved chatting with Mr. Pollock. I just love to sing. It's one of my favorite things. Now, what was your favorite class?
My favorite class was. Went to school yesterday and somehow I managed to forget almost all of my classes.
You forgot? I feel like your favorite class sounds like AdFark.
What?
Agriculture.
No, I did not. I was not able to get anything.
Yeah, so it's basically a class where you chat. I honestly, I just got everything done. So, history?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just am not great at turning in work for any.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed. I mean, I wasn't even in school for this semester. I noticed mostly because you mentioned that.
Actually, something happened in English.
What happened in English?
She didn't let me do the English final.
Why?
She told me I didn't need to do it.
Why?
But she's like, you can just go hang out. And I'm like, hang out with who? My friends are doing the English final right now.
Why didn't they let you do the English final? Did they mix you up with an IEP kid who doesn't have to?
No, it was only like me and like one other person. Apparently, I did so good on the test before that I didn't need to do the final.
Well, that's.
Well, all of my friends were doing the final, so like, what was I supposed to do?
It's because that group is not nice and not very bright.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty dang bright, honestly.
Yeah.
That group is not my favorite. I would give you more important opinions, but I've already given you a lot, and it's randomly insulting people on a podcast they could find doesn't sound like a great idea.
Yeah. And then, oh yeah, English is pretty nice because I also was told I'm gonna be in like a class for English next year that does not have people in it. Only the people that get their stuff done.
AP.
Yeah, that one. I'm being in that next.
I can't believe you forgot the name for AP. It's 2 letters English.
Yeah. But that means I got work to do over the summer.
Yes, English is pretty easy.
only
I had a little bit of a
vocabulary.
hard time, but I guess for some reason everything in my new WAVA class is like a semester ahead. So we're doing shit I was expecting to do in high school now. Yeah. So next question.
There's one thing I have to do in high school.
Yeah.
I didn't do it yet, but everyone else seems to have. I have to do the Washington State history.
They make you do that, but you were in Oregon the year that you
know,
needed to do that. That's fucking stupid.
I need to
I
do
fucking hate
Washington State history.
That's bullshit. That's like if you went to college in a state and they went, hey, you didn't do this class in high school. It wasn't fucking required in my school. Well, you're gonna have to do it before going to our college. Fuck you.
Yeah, basically. And then, yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't learn about the history of Washington because I was too busy doing world history in 6th and 7th grade.
Yeah, you were literally in Oregon. Why the fuck would someone who was in Oregon have to do Washington required things?
I mean, I was learning about the government of like Australia many years ago.
Also,
I don't need to.
World history is literally supposed to be something that happens next year. Honestly, I don't know why Kalam was so fucking backwards that you literally are doing something else in Oregon that should just be able to just delete that because you didn't do it because you didn't go to a Washington school. So of course you didn't do it. I can't believe that. And you have to be tortured with the one teacher that I want to pass. I dislike a lot of teachers there, and I love a lot of teachers there, but there is only one that I want to put my fist straight into their head and see it come right out of the bag. And that's Mr. fucking Lane. And I don't even care that they could hear
I've
this.
met him before.
I don't like him.
I drew a picture for him.
I mean,
He thanks me for that picture every time he sees me.
Man is a jerk. He has favorites, and if you're not his favorite, you're his least favorite, and he's gonna abuse you. And if you disagree with any fucking thing he goddamn says, like calling Native Americans Indians over and over again, and I just correct him kindly because you aren't supposed to call them something they're not. That's like calling a person from Japan Korean. It's not fucking right. Like, for fuck's sake, and he got so damn mad, acting like it was the correct term, even though it's not the correct term. It only was the correct term because a dumb dumbass white guy said, India, because this has to be India. I hate you, Columbus. I will put a knife into your head. And also, Columbus was not the first person. It was the Vikings. At least they could get that right in American history. But still, people really idolize Columbus, even though, oh, he just voted. That would probably have happened sooner or later anyways. And he literally genocided people because they didn't give him gold. So, I mean, they didn't know what the fuck gold was. You don't know what I'm talking about? Fucking die. And then people were like, ooh, Columbus is so cool. But back to Blade being the worst, he screamed so loud that people could hear him from like the hallway, and he kicked people out so damn much. But at least you're gonna have to retake it, which means you're probably just gonna get like the material, even though you didn't take it in the first place, and you should never have to take it. I want to stab whoever made that decision.
I don't like the fact that we have to do a language class, like, to go to college, but there's only one language available.
Oh, I agree. I fully agree. We should have more than one language available, and I feel like that if you're a school that has too little funding to do that, you should just like give them like a class period where you give them resources to find it, and then that counts enough for college. And they don't. I feel like you should be able to speak something else in Spanish just because it's the most common language. It's a very good language, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a common language. It's the second most common other than English. But I still feel like there's other very important languages. Like I'm gonna just go from the most speaking to the least speaking. It's probably gonna be English, Mandarin, Spanish. France and German are one of I don't know which one would go before each, but then those two, then Portuguese, then others. But honestly, those are like the main languages that if you knew all of those, you could probably go to every country in the world and be able to talk to people.
But yeah, I don't like the fact that we have to do a language, but there's only Spanish. Because like I've tried learning Spanish, like online, but I can't remember it for some reason. No matter how many times I try, I cannot remember the words.
Yeah, and I also feel like it's probably better to get a formal teaching than online, but I also feel like you should have options. My biggest concern and dislike about schools in general is their lack of options. You have to do this, this, and this. Like your life's gonna be a schedule that someone else picks out for you forever. Even though that's not true. Unless you're in the military, then it is. I'm kidding. You have free time in the military. I'm going to be in the military. I'm not gonna be like any shooter or anything. I'm gonna be a medical officer. Mostly because who doesn't love a pension? I love a pension. I still feel like we should backpack through Europe. Oh, and also, next time I get money, I'm gonna get a bank account. Yes. What's next, Mom? Let's, yeah. Okay, do you have any more questions for me or something? Jeopardy noises. Jeopardy noises.
I think. Yeah, I don't really have any more questions.
Well, now I'm just gonna choose a topic.
Okay.
Okay.
I still have Commander Yeah.
Okay. Future plans. That's the topic. Oh my god, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, the topic future plans. You start.
I'm confused. What is it?
Future plans, like things you're gonna do in the future. Now the best part is after you're done, I'm gonna give a giant ass essay about my future plans. So
You can just start on.
so you can think about it. I'm surprised it didn't break anything.
Okay, you can start on that.
Okay, so
Then
first
coming up with things.
I'm going to be a valedictorian, like fully. I will make sure that I'm. Oh, also junior year I'm coming back to school, so I have to do all the cool high school stuff. So junior year and senior year, so I can do graduation and blah blah.
But you're
blah,
coming
blah.
back to.
Kalama, yes. So as long as you're not moving around like a bouncy ball. Oh my god. My mom actually did that when they were younger. I may tell that story later, but I'm not gonna randomly tell everyone on the internet a story without asking my mom. Okay, so back to what I was saying.
There's two people that are moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be valedictorian, come back junior year and senior year, maybe even class president. I can win. Probably not. But who doesn't want to vote valedictorian? Other than the people who think they're a nerd. Yeah. Also, you'll be vice. It's not like you have to do any speeches. It's just randomly throw a piece of paper at people. Hey, sign this petition, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
we already decided how that would go. Like
We did.
Agriculture.
We did do that. But the best part about that, the best part is we literally straight up got people to sign, and they're like, "See, I regret my decision." We did not let them leave their decision. Now back to
They
that.
signed. They didn't ask enough questions.
After high school, I'm either gonna do backpacking through Europe yet. At first, it's like a gap year or two, or I'm gonna college, and then before I go into the workforce, I'm gonna backpack through Europe. I'm gonna go to college in Iceland. It's so cheap that that if you saved all of your part-time wage for a single year, it would be enough. Now that doesn't sound that good because a year's wages it's part-time, and two, education here, it's like buying a house. You're gonna be paying it off for fucking 20 years. So, I prefer a thing that I could literally pay off before I start college. I mean, so I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna go back to the U.S. and join the Air Force. And I'm gonna be like an ER or ICU doctor. Hopefully there won't be war, but it's the best part about being specifically a medical officer is it's fucking illegal to shoot me, bitch. It's against the law. You would go to prison for war crimes, so you can't kill me unless it's by accident. So it's much less common for medical personnel to die than, the actual people. And then after, what? It's time for a pause in the podcast. This is the end of that break. We had to eat a dinner. Eat a dinner. Let's see what we're talking about future plans. So, oh yeah, after 20 years in the military, that is just enough to get the pension and permanent health care, which who doesn't love the government paying for your health care forever? I do. That's like if we lived in Norway, an actually good country. Okay, I like America. It is just many better countries. So after that, I'm gonna be a pathologist in a hospital to save up money until I'm in my 50s, where I get to retire before most people do. I get to retire the same time I get gray hairs. Well, technically, I already have gray hairs because of a birthmark, but the stuff that you're actually supposed to have, and not just a weird birth defect that my dad also had. And after that, I'll be the retired. Because who doesn't love to retire that young? I mean, the whole point of working is to be retired, and most people will die unhappy and with a job. It's true. You gotta acknowledge it's true, co-host, right? I mean, the Social Security age have been up to 70, which most people cannot retire without Social Security. So, now you have to do it until 70, even though the life expectancy for an American is only 73. So, 3 years of being retired, I'm so unhappy. Now, there is exceptions of people who live longer, but there's 10 times more exceptions of people who die quicker. Most likely my dad. I do not think he's going to be retiring anytime ever. And also, even if he did, he's in debt. So his Social Security would be taken for child support. So, he just give that Social Security to me, not him. No, not right. This is why you pay your child support. In the way Hamilton says, pay your fucking taxes. He does say that. And those people die. Dad will die because, he will be too, even, let's pretend that alcohol doesn't get him. The whole, I'm too old to work and my Social Security is being garnished will probably get him.
Yeah.
So, it's his fault. Now, I'm trying to think of better topics. Ooh, let's talk about backpacking. Okay, we kind of have to. I mean, it is a little expensive, but it's 10 times less expensive than flying everywhere. I mean, and who doesn't want to go throughout Europe? Hey, and if for instance, I know German, we can speak all the 2 countries' languages in Europe, which is Spain and Portugal, which they also use a little bit of English because basically every country has some English. So we can just so the plan would probably be fly to Ireland.
Ireland?
Yes. Everyone's favorite European country that is also not everyone's favorite. My dad's family comes from there. My dad's. They came to America during the Irish potato famine. What is your question?
Being from Ireland, you're Irish?
I mean, I'm more German than I am Irish, honestly.
My family's Irish.
And I'm more British than I am either of those. So, even though I insult the British a lot, because I hate them.
Yeah, what's the plan?
So we fly into Ireland, then we backpack through there, taking trains and stuff until we get to like Northern Ireland. Then we take a ferry to Scotland, and then we go. Then after that, we backpack. We take trains and backpack to the UK until we get to London. Then we go to Wales. Well, actually, it'd be England is the UK because all of these countries I've been talking about so far, other than Ireland, is from the UK. Technically, I hate you, UK. And then we go from England to Wales. Then after, and you'll probably spend like a day or two in Wales. It's the smallest of the locations I've talked about so far. It has a pretty cool history. 90% of it is then the English killed them. We hate you, England. then, then we take a boat to, let me think. I'm gonna look at the map mostly because I need to look at the nearest thing because even though I like Europe, I am not a European, so I'm never gonna be able to tell you what country is what. Well, actually, I could tell you what country is what, but I couldn't tell you which country is at the border of each country, especially not from Britain. I know a lot of the land borders, but water borders is not really the thing. You could probably go to Norway, but I'd probably wait until later, mostly because we'd probably do this during the summer and then come back during the winter because you can only do it for 6 months at a time, and we'd have to do this because we are never going to Norway in the winter. I would die. Not literally. I would just freeze. Okay, then we're going to Paris. And then we're going to where the French fry actually came from. Belgium. Why are they called French fries? The British know they're called chips because they're not from France. And then we go to the Netherlands or Germany. Or Deutschland. Deutschland is Germany. But we could go to Netherlands, then Germany, or Germany, then Netherlands. Actually, I'd say Netherlands, then Germany. Then we could go to Austria, then Italy, and then probably just like go back up to Germany, and then go to Denmark and Norway, and then and then that would probably be 6 months, so we have to wait until the summer. And when we get to the summer, we fly into Portugal, and go to Spain. We go back to France. We go all back to Austria, then go to Hungary, Serbia, Greece. Then trying to decide, I would probably say Turkey, Syria, then Israel. This last part is the only part not there. And by that time, we'd have to go back to the US. And I would only say taking a year on this because even though I like Europe, that would not be a good thing to spend your money on right before college. If you wanted to do more than 1 year of that, you would do the year after college. You don't want to go, I don't have any savings and it's really hard to pay my college bills now. I rather not be behind on the worst kind of debt there is in the US, college debt. Well, I'm pretty sure this should be the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So, this is your goodbye from Connor and my co-host Ray.
Goodbye.
Peace out.